guys, how are y'all doing? Hope you're doing fine. This is your Venus retrograde horoscope for you. So Venus retrogrades is when Venus is moving backwards in the sky. Okay, Venus is a planet of love, of beauty and all. And when it moves backwards, and when it appears to move backwards in the sky, it is said to be retrograde. This is incredibly important in astrology. Let's see this. Now, Venus is retrograde in the first 10 degrees of Aries. This is also known as first decan of Aries. This Venus, this can show the first decan of Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of anger, the planet of aggression, the planet of motivation. It is in Cancer. Mars does not like Cancer, and Venus does not like Aries, because Aries is a sign of war, anger, motivation. Venus does not like war, it does not like anger, it wants flowers, it wants makeup, it wants lipstick. It doesn't want war and anger. That's why Venus feels uncomfortable in Aries, but don't worry. Venus in Aries is still great for Aries. Anyways, as I was saying, Venus retrograde can show a rethinking, a re-evaluation of who we prioritize. Venus retrograde shows a really rethinking of our values, rethinking about ourselves, rethinking about and rethinking about our values. Keep in mind that maybe you will not directly think about your values, but you will think about stuff like oh, should I study for my exams, or should I just take a break or something, and then after that I will study for my exams. You will think something like that, okay? It is also in the same sign as Zircon. Zircon is the planet of. Zircon is not a planet; it's an asteroid. It's the asteroid of healing. So this can be centered around healing. This is very Mars energy, like I explained earlier. And I think this is very, very awesome because Venus is in a sign that it does not like, and it is really and 10 degrees of Aries is related to Mars, the planet of anger. So both of them are connected to each other, but they are in a sign that they do not like. So I see that at the beginning you will be at environment, at a place that you do not like. At the beginning you will be at a place that you do not like, at an environment that you do not like, but there's a little bit of hope, there's a little bit of clarity, there's a little bit of peace that you find inside yourself. And yeah, later on in the middle of March, like March 10 to March 15 probably, Venus retrograde will conjunct Aries. Venus retrograde conjunction Mercury. Now this shows that you are redoing something, you're redoing a project, maybe you're relearning something. But personally for me, like no. Maybe you're redoing a project, maybe you're redoing something communication related, or maybe you are having so let me explain this again, okay? Pretend I know it was an awkward moment, but I'm sorry for that. But this can show that you are very motivated, but you are very motivated even though you are in an environment that you do not like. And what are you motivated for? You are motivated to do something communication related, something project related, something communication related, something Mercury related, and all. So, yeah. Um, but on March 10th, this is not that important, but Venus is gonna be like Venus is gonna be trine moon shows an optimisticness, a happiness, a little bit of extra hope, a little bit of extra clarity, but this will only last for 2 days, sadly. Okay, next, Venus. Okay, I noticed one thing. Mercury. When Mercury passed Venus, Mercury had gone mysteriously retrograde as it passed Venus. So this is showing me that maybe you will go back to fix things, and Venus is moving to Pisces, the sign it likes. Venus loves Pisces. Pisces is the favorite zodiac sign of Venus, and Venus is moving towards Pisces. This can show that we are in an environment that we do not like, that we do not feel okay in, that we do not feel comfortable in, and we are going towards an environment that we like, that we find peaceful, that we find happy. This is also during a full moon, actually. I'll record the horoscopes for full moon next time, but um, oh, right. Let me just now. Please highlight your dates. Like, take your calendar and mark the dates March 22, 2025. Okay, this day Venus retrograde will be conjunct Sun. Now, what does that mean? Because I know you all didn't understand anything I said, and don't worry, I will explain it. So, Venus retrograde, I already told you what it means. It shows a rethinking, re-evaluation of self, of what we prioritize, and we're also moving towards something we feel comfortable in. Now, the sun is kind of motivating us, you know. There's something inside us motivating us to go to our environment, motivating us to go to the environment we feel comfortable in, motivating us to do whatever we want, you know. And and there will be a raise of confidence. You will feel this most at March 22 and March 23, but towards the end of March. Now, on March 27th, 2025, Venus will officially enter Pisces. Pisces is the favorite sign of Venus. Pisces is the sign Venus likes very much. Now, the day Venus enters Pisces, the moon can also be there, so this can also be related to emotions, and of course, it is conjunct Neptune. What does that mean? I'll explain, don't worry. So that means that maybe I noticed something. Venus is already in Pisces. Venus is already in its favorite sign, but it is still going backwards, which means that it thinks that it is not in its dream environment yet. So even when you will be in your dream environment, even when you will be in the environment you like the most, you will still feel that OMG, I'm not in the environment I like. This environment is so bad. I feel uncomfortable in this environment, even though you are in your dream environment, because you're working so hard spiritually to go to your work environment that this, honestly, you don't even realize this. This is also the day Lilith enters Scorpio. I will be doing a YouTube short on this, don't worry. Again, now on March 30, again, Venus retrograde is conjunct Mercury retrograde. Venus retrograde conjunct Mercury retrograde can show that We are going back and fixing something. We are going back and fixing a creative project. We are like going back and fixing a creative project. This is also the last decan of Pisces, which means this is the last 10 days of Pisces that Venus and Mercury are in. The last 10 degrees of Pisces is ruled by the moon. Don't worry, you don't need to realize the importance of the word decan and all that yet, so just ignore that and focus on the horoscope I'm seeing for you, okay? Anyways, it isn't the so anyways this gives me very moon energy, very dreamy energy, right? And uh again, this will Venus retrograde conjunct Mercury retrograde will bring topics related to April. No, it will bring topics related to March. It will show you a preview of a month. It is also when a full moon is there, I'll record a YouTube short or a video on it. Next, Venus retrograde conjunct Saturn. We are talking to authority. We are discussing stuff with authority. We are very serious, we are dealing with authority, we are dealing with studies, or we are dealing with exams, or we are dealing with job, or we are dealing with a serious court issue. If you are an adult, you may deal with your job or a serious court issue. But if you're a child, you may be dealing with your studies, school, exam. But if you're a high school dropout, maybe you'll be searching for a job this time. Maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe. It's just a guess, okay? It's just a guess based on the horoscope. But again, keep in mind that this will be different for everyone. Venus retrograde ends at April 13, 2025. This is when a full moon is there. Venus retrograde ends at a full moon. You will finally realize that OMG, I'm in my dream environment. Finally. So that is your horoscope for Venus retrograde. Goodbye.